Hey guys, it's Lee with the Turquoise Valentine, and we are going to work with some clay. And I'm just going to sit here and open up my clay so I can show you what kind of clay I'm using. I hope everybody is having a good evening. Hey, say hey once you get on. And I gotta click. They have changed the way that lives do, and it is really kind of weird. Okay. Hey guys. Hey April, I'm just getting out my clay because we're going to work with some clay so I can show y'all what kind in case you've never seen me work with clay before. Hey Paige, hey Wanda. Hey, all right, I hope y'all are having a good evening, and I'm going to, hey Colin. Okay, so I am going to, hi, hey Amy. Okay. We're going to use this clay, and I know that y'all have seen me use this before. Y'all have seen me, let me see. Y'all seen me make these before with the clay. If you haven't, I have a live video that has these where I actually make these just out of clay. So that video is back in the, in my old videos. The title of the video is called Hanging with My Nomies. And so, I try to make them for all of my my tiered trays, like for the holidays. Here is the, of course, 4th of July and that kind of stuff. So I haven't made a candy corn one yet, and I need to. So hey Melissa, hey Teresa. So anyway, so if you haven't seen me make these, I have a video you can go watch. You can make them bigger, smaller. I have all different, let's see, different sizes. You can make their hats different. All kinds of different stuff. So anyway, so we're going to use the same clay that we use for these. We're going to use it for what we're doing tonight. And I also use the same clay when I make my salt shaker snowman that y'all seen me do that too. There's a video back in July I did in a big hurry because I was doing a craft hop thing and I only had 30 minutes. Hey Carol. So we are going to use this clay right here. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from Hobby Lobby. Hey everybody. I did get my haircut, Cherise, and I got it colored. So y'all don't have to look at my my roots anymore. So yes, I went this morning and had that done. It was well overdue, but thank you. So anyway, hey Bonnie, I'm glad you're here. You're new? Oh wow. Okay. Well, I hope you stick around. We're going to work with some clay. Same clay that I make these with. And we make the salt shaker snowman heads with, same clay. So I just wanted to, you get a big block of this clay, and you can get it at Hobby Lobby. It's $9.99 at Hobby Lobby if you can see the sticker. And you can use your 40% off coupon. They do put it on sale every once in a while, but the Amazon does have it. Of course, you won't get it 40% off, but unless it's at Hobby Lobby. So, like, I try to do several things with this clay because, thank you for sprinkling, because, you got a big block. I mean, most of y'all are probably going to make a whole little village of these guys. I know a lot of people have, but I love to work with this stuff. It's very fun to work with. So I'm going to set it aside, and I'm going to show you what we are actually going to, what we're going to start with. I'm doing good, Darlene. How are you? Hope everybody's doing well. Okay. Thank you for the stars. Okay. So I use aluminum foil. And this comes from the Dollar Tree. This is what we're going to make our base with. Just so you won't have this huge lump of clay that's going to take days and days to dry. It does, after we get done, it does take a couple of days to dry. It is air dry clay. And it just says, on the package, it says modeling clay, but it says somewhere on here that it's air dry. But modeling, okay, it says modeling clay, and it says air hardening right here. So be sure to get that kind, but it's the DOS or DAS. I don't know how they say this. Liam, I miss y'all. I hope everything's going good, Liam, with your mom. My piece of my clay came out. But you have to wrap it. I had this wrapped in saran wrap, or either I put it in a Ziploc bag because it is kind of moist and it will dry out. Hey Janice, yes, 2 nights in a row because I missed Monday and then I'm going to miss tomorrow night. So, I'm not going to be on. So, I came twice in a row. But anyway, so I get this clay. Lots of projects you can do with it. It's a lot of fun. Your kids can do it. It's lots of fun. So, instead of using a whole lump of clay, like I said, and letting it dry, it has to dry all the way through, I make my base of what I'm making with aluminum foil. And I get it from the Dollar Tree, just because, you know, you don't need the heavy duty or whatever. Susanna, I haven't oven baked the clay, so I don't know. I'm scared to. You could probably do this with the polymer clay, but I haven't baked this. I just let it dry, you know, a couple of days, and then I come back and I paint it. But it takes acrylic paint stuff really well. But I just use this aluminum foil, and I'm trying not to hurt y'all's ears because I know it's loud. And so we're going to make some little cuties to put on your tiered tray or just to set around for Halloween. So, so I just take my aluminum foil and I just start balling it up, and I get it kind of, you know, pack it tight. I know y'all have all done this. Oh, you're new? Is it Aurelia? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I'm glad you're here. So I'm just basically, we're going to form this in the shape of a candy corn, okay? And I just set it on my table, and I kind of flatten it out and just roll it around and flatten it on each side so I can form somewhat of a triangle like a candy corn. So I just roll it around and get it packed pretty tight. And if you want it bigger, then you just get some more foil and you just make it bigger. So there I have somewhat of a triangle shape. I know you probably did this as a kid with aluminum foil and make whatever with, you know, ball it up in a ball. But there's my little, somewhat of a candy corn, and he's kind of small. And then we're gonna I'm gonna get a big piece and do it bigger. If it doesn't roll off my table, my roll just like to went off the side. Oh good, Debbie, you got some clay. So I just start balling it up and just wrapping it around and balling it up. I know that's probably loud, I'm sorry. I didn't even think about it being loud. But I wanted to show y'all this part. So I'm gonna flatten the bottom. Just be sure and flatten the bottom just so it'll stand once we get done. So they have changed the way that lives are done now, and I see y'all's comments, but it's also coming up of everybody who's watching's names are coming up on the screen, and it's like, oh my goodness. Whether you're commenting or not, it tells me who's watching, and I'm like, whew. So it's hard to tell what y'all are saying and that's saying because it's all the same color. It's crazy. So I see y'all went to the store and got the Halloween set and all that good stuff. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Y'all just blow me away. It's crazy. I'm going to need this in my life. Yes, Heather, you are. So, let's see. All right. So there's a little bit bigger one, but we're going to make something a little different with this. We're going to make this one into a little cute little ghost. Oh, thank you. My shirt is in the store, in my store. If you'll go to turquoisevalentine.com and you click on shop, and it'll take you, and there's shirts there, and this one's there, Armed and Crafty. It's like, don't mess with me, I got a glue gun. So anyway. Yeah, thanks Facebook. That's right, Carol, because it's like, I don't know what they're doing. I can see all these names, and it's people that are watching, obviously, but I don't know them. Usually it'll tell me, like, when my friends hop on and get on, whether they comment or not, it'll tell me. But now I can see everybody's name, that most everybody's that's coming up that are watching. Okay, so this one I just kind of flatten the sides, and, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to cover it with the clay, okay? So here's my candy corn, and like I said, you can make these as big, as small, or whatever as you want to. And I may not make all these tonight, because, you know, it takes a little bit of time, but we're gonna see what we can do. Because I do have some that are already done, and they have dried I've had them done for over a week, guys. Because I knew I wanted to do it live. And so I just went ahead and did them when I thought about it. And actually, me and a friend of mine saw something that made me think about it, and I was like, oh, I need to do those. She was like, yeah, you need to do those. Thank you, Joanne. Okay, so this one I'm going to make into a little pumpkin. Like I said, you can get as big as you want to, however you want to do, but these would be really cute just to sit, like these little gnome guys, to sit on your tiered trays, or, you know, your little setups in the counter, like whatever, however you want to put them somewhere. Let your kids make these. This would be great because it's just like working with Play-Doh, just on an adult level. But it's fun. They can make whatever they want to, and then they can go back and paint it once it's dried. I really love watching. Have you tried a witch? No, I haven't tried a witch, Sandy. I've just done the candy corn, and I'm gonna make a little ghost and a candy corn, and then a pumpkin. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how we get the clay out and mess with it. And this stuff dries your hands out so bad, guys. So after I get done, I'll have to wash my hands, and then I'll have to put lotion on because it dries my hands out so bad. But like I said, this stuff will dry out in the air. If you don't seal up your package in a Ziploc bag or something like that, it will dry and waste all of your clay. So, so I'm just kind of kneading it together to get it started. Oh, Susan, you're so sweet. Thank you. Okay, so I always keep, y'all know I use these little, the icing cups that come from the cinnamon rolls when you cook cinnamon rolls in the little can. This little cup comes in there with the icing, so I save these. My family knows I'll threaten them with the inch of their life if they throw it away. But I put a little water in it, and every once in a while, I'll set it right here so y'all can see, I'll dip my fingers in the water, and that just kind of helps because the clay will dry out while you're working with the clay. It'll start drying, and it'll get on your hands and dry. Yes, Crystal, I have done a live with the gnomes. It's been, I want to say it was May, and the video is titled Hanging with My Gnomies. So yes, I've done them. Like this one's got a little, he's got a little crooked hat. So you can do them however you choose to do them. Yes, it's the air dry clay, Sharon, and it's from Hobby Lobby. You can get it on Amazon, but it's $9.99 for this whole block, and then you can use your 40% off coupon. But this is great rainy day with the kids. You know, it's just fun to do. I've had people message me and say, oh, we did the gnomes with our kids and they turned out so cute and all that good stuff. So I'm just kind of kneading it up, trying to get it all together. And then I'm going to try to flatten it out because I didn't bring my rolling pin in here, but it'll be okay. Because I got some hard spots in here. I don't know if it's dried or something. So I'm trying to get it together. Oh, thank you, Judy. You're so sweet. All right. That is not wanting to cooperate. I don't know if it was the edge of the pack and it was dry. I'm just trying to get it wet. Okay. But this is fun. This is kind of therapeutic. This clay and just, you know, smoothing it out and all that stuff is therapeutic to me. I just enjoy doing it. It's like being a kid playing with Play-Doh. Thank you, Melissa. Okay. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, you're good, Becky. We're using the clay. I think you saw me do the gnomes before, so we're using that same clay, and I used them to make the salt shaker snowmen. I used the same clay. So you can get a bunch of projects out of that block if you don't make 100 of, or 10 of each one, you can get a whole lot. And of course your face starts itching about the time you can't touch it with your hands. Let's see. This clay, I don't know what is going on with it. But anyway, I'm tearing off that piece that don't want to cooperate. Yeah, I don't like what they've updated this. It's like they want to tell you every single person. And it's like, it's like if they want to be known, they'll talk to me. Okay, so here, I just got it sort of flattened out. And a lot of times I'll use I have a rolling pin that I designate for my clay, and I do not know where it is. So anyway, I don't know. I didn't grab it. I guess it wasn't in there. That's why I didn't get it. So then you just kind of smooth it out into, you know, it's about yay thick, okay? And then I'm going to cover this piece with it, okay? Y'all, my face I got a rogue hair itching my face, and of course I can't, Yeah, Sharon, you could spritz it with water. I just put my fingers over in here and just kind of get it wet with my fingers. It's just a little easier because your hands are going to be dirty. Bev, we are making little clay ghost and candy corn and with clay. So now y'all see the purpose of the foil. It's going to be your base, so you don't have to make a huge lump of clay, and you don't have to, you know, that would take up a lot more clay for sure. So that way you can use your clay for other stuff instead of using it all on one project. I'm good, Anna. How are you? You could use it. Yes, I could do that, Sandy. I have glass stuff down here, but I'm good. So I'm just basically smoothing it out. And like I said, this is where your water comes in handy. You just get your fingers wet, and then you can smooth out, if y'all can see, you can smooth out all of the little creases and the bumps and, you know, where the clay kind of meets together. And the water kind of helps you do that. It just is kind of water activated. So, but I have bought the clay at Walmart, and I had a bad experience because all my projects cracked. Oh, you got the Halloween tier tray set? Yeah, it's too stinking cute. I want to actually paint another one because that one was so much fun to paint. I just had a ball with it. Oh, you're sweet. Thanks for the hard work. Okay, so I've got it about covered, and I'm just kind of mashing it down, and that's going to be our little ghost. And I'm going to show you this one in particular because I'm going to show you how we're going to make he's going to have little arms. He's going to be cute. Okay, so I'm just smoothing it down, and the more you smooth it, the more you, it kind of all smooths out. And if you don't like a spot, you just get your finger wet, and you can just rub over it, and it'll smooth right out, okay? Because like I said, it wants to start drying. See on my hands, that's already dry on my hands. So the outside of the clay starts drying pretty quickly. So I'm just going to get another lump of clay. And we're going to flatten it. I'm going to put it on the bottom. It's air dry clay. It's from Hobby Lobby. I think somebody asked that. I just missed the comment. So that's what it's called. And it's $9.99 for the whole block. And you can use your coupon. Yes, I used the same process as the gnomes. I did a cone out of the foil, and then I covered it with foil, and then I covered it with clay, and then I show you actually how to make the brim of the hat. Because see, it's a whole separate piece, and his nose is a separate piece. All right, so here it is. The bottom's not covered. So all you do is I'm going to put this piece on the bottom, and I'm going to tear some away because I got too much. And then you just kind of start smoothing it, and you can incorporate it into that clay. But you got to use your water. You can make. So just keep wetting your fingers and smoothing it out. Like I said, if you don't like to get messy, this probably is not your craft because it's, yes, Sandy, I am enjoying my new job. And somebody asked me live last night, did I like my new boss? And I was like, yes, I like my new boss. That would be me. But I'm pretty disciplined when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I guess people think I'm just hanging out in my PJs and drinking my coffee and not doing anything. But I promise y'all, I have been so busy cutting and cutting and cutting. Okay, so sometimes, I'm getting my elbow in my clay. Sometimes you can just set it down on the table and get the bottom flat. So when it dries, it'll be able to stand up, okay? But I'm just trying to smooth it out. Okay. All right, so there it is. So you just kind of get it like you want it. Like I said, just wet your fingers and just keep rubbing it, and it all incorporated together. I'm just trying to hurry because I know that I don't want to sit here, and I'm not going to do all three of them because I've already got some already done. I'm just kind of showing you. But there's our little ghost. That's his little body. And now we're going to make him some little arms. Yes, that's what I'm making, Judy. The candy corn, I just made my little aluminum foil like a candy corn. I mean, he kind of looks like the ghost. And then you just ball it up however big you want your pumpkin. And we're going to make the, good, Judy. We're going to make the stem out of the clay. I mean, you can do that because it's not real thick. Yes, Lynn, and you spray the cheesecloth and then you spray that stiff stuff on it. I have done that. I did. I get my hair done today. No more roots. Penny, I'm going to start working on Christmas probably this coming week. Once I get all these orders packed and some more stuff cut, because I got to cut some. People order stuff that I don't have cut, and I got to cut that. But yeah, I'm going to start working on Christmas like ASAP. Move on out from fall and go into Christmas. Okay, so I just get a little piece about this big, and I'm going to show y'all in case you've not watched. Becky. So I'm going to make him some little arms, okay? So I just kind of made a little shape, kind of like this, just a little flipper looking thing. And then I get my finger wet, okay? And when you smooth it down and you just keep working with it and smoothing it down, and I use my fingernails sometimes too to kind of scratch some of the clay down, you can actually make it all one piece. It's going to incorporate itself into one piece with the actual body of the ghost. And you can just kind of keep scraping it down. And I show you this on the gnome too. But just keep working at it, smoothing it, and scraping it down. Let me see if I can get it to, and it will stay. It will start sticking. And then you can't even tell it was a separate piece. So, like that. And I'll show y'all, you can kind of see a seam, but you know you're going to paint it too. So it's going to cover some of that up, but it's basically it looks like one solid piece. So if y'all can see, you can kind of see where it attaches, but for the most part, the water, you just keep adding the water and smoothing it out with your fingers like this, and it will eventually just look like one piece. You can't tell it was ever a separate piece. Does that make sense? I hope so. So I'm just making him a little arm, or I don't know if they have arms, but you know what I'm saying. So like that. Now I gotta at least make him another one because we don't want him to dry with one arm. And then I'll show y'all the ones I've already done and we'll paint them. But this is a lot of fun, and your kids would love to do this because it's just simple shapes. You know, you got your little triangle and you cover it up, and then you got a little ball and you make a pumpkin. And the pumpkin, I'll show you how I did the pumpkin because I've already done one, so I'm going to show you. So I just got a little piece of clay. I got a little too much, I think. And I'm just making just kind of doing that in my fingers and just kind of making my little flipper looking thing. And so we'll kind of go over here and make his arms even. Lord, I don't want to make them one higher than the other. But he's going to have a cute, fun little face. And I'm going to probably put them on my tiered tray with my Halloween set when that goes out. So see, y'all have plenty of time to do this with your kids, or just to make pumpkins to set around, or you can make jack-o'-lanterns. Yes, Judy, they're going to keep you busy because you're going to start thinking of all this wonderful stuff that you can do with this clay. But these are addicting. I'm just going to tell you. I love them. I have tons of colors. I need to make me one and actually paint him like candy corn with his hat like candy corn. I don't have one like that. And I'll make me a Christmas one because I don't think I have. Yes, Christy, I do too. It's just like therapeutic to sit here and play with this clay, and then you have this cute little ghosty. He's going to be a cute little ghosty. And the one I've already done, I actually made him a little hat. So you just kind of have to play with it, and you can make all kinds of stuff with it, and your kids would love to do it. Yes, I love the gnomes too. I love them. Love them, love them. I used to sell them in my vendor booth at the store. I used to have a booth, and I used to sell them in there. And I do, Nancy. I have a store. If you go to the turquoisevalentine.com, and then there's a shop button at the top, and it will take you to my shop. And I sell wood blanks in my shop. Okay, so I'm going to make his bottom flat so he'll stand. Now, I'll set him somewhere and let him dry for at least, I say a whole good day, 24 hours if not more. But now I will tell you this, if you set him down like this and let him dry, when you pick it up, the bottom's probably going to be this color because it gets white when it dries. And I'll show you these, okay? And so halfway through the drying process, you need to kind of turn him and lay him on his back just so all of the parts will get air exposed to it so it can dry. There he is. And see, now I'll have another ghost I'll have to paint for my tiered tray. Isn't it cute? But if you don't like messy, this is messy. So I'm getting me a baby wipe. Normally I would go wash my hands, but this baby wipe will take it off. Yes, Heather, the gnome video is called, I did it, I want to say in May, if it has dates on it, and it's called, the video is titled Hanging with My Gnomies. So that's the name of the video, and I probably just need to do a pre-recorded one for y'all. That way it's kind of short and you don't have to watch the whole, you know, the live and me talking to everybody. But because I get lots of requests for that, for the gnomes all the time. What's next to your blessed sign in front of the pumpkin? This little hem or that topiary? I have the topiary's up there. We did that live. Oh, cool. You made leaves for your pumpkin. See? That's a good idea. And you can push this into molds and do that too. You know, those little silicone molds that you get with all the shapes that you can put ice or whatever they make them with. All right, I'm going to fold this back up and I'm going to lay it over here because it will dry and get all kind of crusty. And so I'm going to show y'all my little guys that I've already done. And they've been drying for like a week, but they don't take that long to dry. So here's my ghost that I made already. And then here's the ghost I did tonight. So they're a little different. And they're all going to turn out different. Like one of a kind. Because they're not two going to be the same. But isn't he stinking cute? But see the difference in the color? It's like this is like a darker little gray tint. And then when it dries, it's just white. So that's the difference. And you'll know that when the outside dries and then you look at the bottom and the bottom's not dry, you just need to turn him over. You'll know. Aw, Lynn, you're sweet. Okay, so look, here's my little pumpkin. And he's about the same size as this. And I just did the same thing. I covered it with the clay. And then I have this little tool. This came from the Dollar Tree, I think. Some kind of little tool. But you can take an end of a paintbrush would work. And all I did to make the pumpkin was I started at the top and I just drug this down and I made all those little grooves so you can see it better there. I just went down and made my grooves with this little tool in the clay before it, you know, of course, while it was still wet. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Everybody asked about that truck. I got it at a thrift store for $1 and it was a wood color. And so I took the whole truck, I took the back off, and I spray painted the whole truck white, and I painted the wheels black, and then I painted the back of it that brown color, and I stick the colors of whatever season it is, the flowers in it, and it stays up there. Okay, so I just took the stem, and I did the stem the same way that I did the arms. I just made a little stem, and then I just went all the way around with my finger in the water, and I just kind of smoothed it out, and I made the stem however I chose to do it. And so now it's ready to paint, okay? And he's ready to paint. Here's my super tall, skinny candy corn that I made. Because like I said, they're not going to all be the same. Like, here's the little form I made tonight, and you see the difference. So if you put more foil on it, you can make it bigger or however, what size you want to make it. And this is another candy corn. See the difference? You can do it however you choose to do it. He could be a ghost, actually. But, and then I made a hat. I made a little hat for my ghost, okay? And all I did, I made a little circle. I just kind of, you see it's not perfect, but I made a little circle, made it flat. Took a little cone piece and I did the same thing. I went all around the sides and incorporated the cone piece to the hat piece, okay? And made a little hat. And at the end, you can kind of see the indention. I kind of took my finger and mashed a little indention, and I kind of stuck it on his little head to kind of make sure it would fit. So when I glue it, it'll have a little dimple in there so it'll sit. Oh, you're good, Bobby. We're just playing with clay. I think you've seen me play with clay before. With the gnomes. Remember the gnomes? I know you saw that one. So anyway, so now we're going to paint this little dude up. $6 today. Oh, you got one at the thrift store for $6? I got to have some scrap paper so I can set my little painting things in there. Oh, Nisi, you're so sweet. DOS is the brand of the clay, and you can find it at Hobby Lobby or Amazon. Yes. I'll show you the package again. It's kind of like on the bottom shelf at Hobby Lobby where all the art supplies are, but it was $9.99, and then you use your coupon, 40% off, and, you know, it's like $5 or something. But you get so many projects out of this. And these would make cute gifts for the grandparents or whatever. You can make, you know, Christmas ornaments. Make all kinds of stuff. Poke holes in them and hang them on the Christmas tree. So, yeah, just use your imagination and let your kids use cookie cutters. Whatever. I love working with clay, though. So we are going to... I'm going to use some white. Yes, you see me play with my clay. Yes. This is just regular white deco art colors paint. I'm just going to paint my ghost really quick. Even though it is white, I'm just going to give it a little coat to make it a little better. What glue do you use on it? Well, I'm probably going to use super glue gel. I love this stuff. This is what if you buy any of my wood pieces and you want to know how to glue them together, I give you an instruction sheet in the pack. But this is what I use is super glue gel. I get it at Dollar Tree. It comes two a pack, and it's fantastic because it's gel, so it doesn't run everywhere, and it gives you a good 10-20 seconds to kind of move the piece where you want to put it, and then just leave it alone and don't touch it, and it will adhere. Yes, Melissa, you could use cookie cutters for each season, absolutely. So if you want to know how to glue your wood pieces together, that's what I use. So I'm just painting him. So see, he's white, but you can tell where I haven't painted. It's not true white, but you could leave him like he is and do his little face. So I'm just going to paint him up, but it takes paint real well. You could do this with your kids. Like I said, make Christmas ornaments with cookie cutters or Christmas trees and stars and reindeer or whatever. And we might do that later on down the line when Christmas gets closer. I'm ready to do Christmas crafts. July was fun because we did a lot. Well, we did several. I wouldn't say a lot. Okay, so I'm going to set him down and let him dry and paint over my fingers where I just touched him. Okay, he needs another coat though. So I'm going to go ahead and do my candy corn. Hey, Cheryl from Michigan. I bet it's nice weather up there. So I'm just going to, I'm eyeballing it, where I'm going to put my, just taking my paintbrush and making a line all the way around. And it won't be perfect, but it don't have to be. So I'm going to go ahead and get my white stripe on my candy corn. So y'all tell me, do you like candy corn or do you hate it? Because there's two kinds of people. Either you like it or you don't. I love candy corn. So I like the colors of candy corn. I like the candy itself. Okay. So I got my white painted. See the difference in the white and then the clay. So it's not stark white. And I'm going to paint this candy corn. See, I like painting it just as much as I do actually making the clay. 99 days till Christmas. Oh my gee. That makes it seem very quick. So you love candy corn. Oh, and you love candy corn. Okay, so the haters of candy corn is not speaking up. Either there's nobody on here that don't like it, but I'm sure there is. Thank you. Hey, Shannon. Thank you for sprinkling. Okay, So I got that top painted. So he's going to be a little different, but it's okay. Love. Oh, hate it. There's Lynn. She hates it. Oh, she hates the candy corn. I'm going to get my, move all this over here. I got to move my gnome tribe over somewhere else and turn on my little fan so my stuff will be drying. Because I've not done this with a heat gun, so I don't really know. My remote control to my TV was just sitting over here hanging out. I don't know how the heat gun would do with the clay. You like it in moderation. Oh, you don't like it, but you like to craft candy corn. I get you. Love it. I do too. It's just pure sugar, but I love it. Okay, so they're drying. Try to paint the gnome where I was, the ghost where I was holding it and I couldn't paint it because he's drying. Okay, so I'm going to set that to the side and I'm going to work on the pumpkin. Toasted dry peanuts. Yes, I eat it just by itself, or I can put, I like M&M's, peanuts, and candy corn. It's the bomb. It is really the bomb. So I'm gonna, ooh, this is Pool by Waverly. I love this color. Of course, y'all know why, because it's turquoise blue. You can tolerate with peanuts. Yeah, somebody somewhere said it tastes like a payday bar or something. Fancy candy corn mixed with dry roasted peanuts. So the fancy, are you talking about like the little harvest mix, the with the big pumpkins in it and the candy corn? Because they taste just like the candy corn. Salted. Love candy corn. Did y'all see they had, one year they made Oreos that tasted like candy corn. I did not go there. It's like, don't mess with my Oreos. No, 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 no. Do not mess up the Oreos. Oreos, candy corn should not be an Oreo. Those little maple candies, yeah, those are good too. Maple goodies or something, those are good. I like candy. I'm painting my little pumpkin. We're going to paint him turquoise. Go a little different. This is Pool by Waverly, and it's such a pretty color. Look how pretty. Looks like a swimming pool. Payday candy bars. Yes, that's what somebody somewhere said that's what they taste like. The candy corn and the peanuts. So if you like Payday candy bars, get you some candy corn and some peanuts, and it tastes just like it. And put you some M&Ms in there just because it's chocolate. Gotta have some chocolate. Okay. So I hope y'all get some clay and do this with your kids and your grandkids. Look how stinking cute he is. I hadn't done the bottom yet just because I'm holding the bottom. But see how cute he looks? That'll dry quickly because it's chalk paint. And I don't think I have to do 2 coats on that one because it covers really, really good. So I'll put that brush over there in the water. Candy corn and M&Ms. Yes. I wonder who come up with that, the candy corn and M&Ms. Wonder where that came from. It's just kind of not something I would have thought about, but it is good. Oh, Tina, you did? I have, a couple of people have told me that they've gotten paint at Walmart, that the Waverly has come back out. So mine had a couple of colors yesterday, and I didn't need those colors, so I didn't get any. So I left them for someone else who's desperately searching, like the rest of us, for them to put it back out. I did, Sandy. I made it from clay. It's clay, it's called DOS clay that I get from Hobby Lobby. And it's $9.99 for a block, and I'll show you the package in just a second. I wish they would change the comment stuff back to the way it was. Okay. I'm going to go over this, and we're going to paint our candy corns. But can't y'all see these on a tiered tray or something? And they're just so stinking cute. And then you got gnomes, and you'll have all of it. The whole little gang of stuff. And you can make a snowman out of the clay. That would be awesome. Make him a little hat. Okay. There's my candy corn. Gotta let that dry. I think I'm done with the white, I hope. So you can tell he's already starting to dry a little bit. See how the difference in the colors? He's already starting to dry on the outside. So that's what it looks like when it starts drying. But it's got to dry all the way through. That's why I didn't want to do one solid block of clay, because it would probably take several days to do. Okay, so there's he's already pretty much dry. But, let's see. I did not get black. But anyway, we're going to paint his hat. Yes, I used, I just get Dollar Tree aluminum foil. I don't use the good Reynolds wrap because, you know, that stuff's not cheap either. So I just get the dollar roll because it's good enough for what I'm going to do with it. And you get a bunch off that roll, actually. It's 40 square feet, but for what we're using, it's just little balls. It doesn't take much. Oh, 60 years ago. Wow. See, I've only recently heard about it, I guess, in the last 15 years or so. We used to do it where I used to work. We used to have the candy corn. It was addicting. Yes, full inside. Whew, here's the package. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. Use your coupon. But you can get it on Amazon too if you don't have a Hobby Lobby near you. You can do that. So we got to have this little ghost hat. I thought I got the black out, but we're going to paint his hat orange because I don't have any black with me. It's up there. And I'm going to need the black. Why did I not get black? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking because I got to do his eyes black. He's going to have an orange hat. Thank y'all for sprinkling. Margaret, you can seal it if you want to. A lot of my pieces I don't seal, but I have used Mod Podge and just seal it with Mod Podge because you can't, of course, you're not going to put these outside because they're not going to withstand the rain and all that stuff, of course. Oh, I see the candy corn behind you. That's it's made of burlap. I did those last year. And I fell in love with them because Barb from the Shabby Tree, she did them. And I was like, oh my goodness, I got to have some candy corn made from burlap. I'll show it to you in a second. But she made them, and they're not sewn. They're glued together and stuffed with stuffing stuff. Stuffed with stuffing stuff. That's a new one. So I'm going to put my little hat down here. Get my fingers, y'all. I'm telling you, I cannot paint neatly. I got to get my black. Hang on. I just got to reach right here and get some black. And I'm coming right back momentarily. Let me sit down in my chair. Black Sharpie for eyes. Yes, I could do that actually. But I was going to paint the hat black. I don't know what I didn't even grab it. I was kind of in a frenzy. Oh, the burlap candy corn. Yep. I made all different sizes. Isn't it cute? See, it's stuffed. And I just hot glued the sides and painted it with just regular acrylic paint. And made a whole bunch. I used to have those in my, in my vendor booth at my little thing too, and I sold those. But, okay, so here's our little ghost. Let's make his he's all good and dry now. So see the difference? Of course, that's still wet, but. Hey, Casey. Okay. So, I got my black. We're going to make his little face. If you don't mind sitting here watching me paint, I'm dying to get my hands on some clay. I know, it's very fun and therapeutic. I don't know if I'm gonna, let's see. You can use the end of a paintbrush for this. I have all these little dotting tools that I have too, but I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna use the end of this paintbrush and just dip it in my black paint. And see, I'm gonna stick my tongue out again. I'm sorry, guys. I caught myself that time. Okay, I'm trying to see which way I want the front to be. And that's not making it as big as I want it to be, so let me find a bigger one. You can use a pencil eraser, would work. Y'all saw me paint that face last night, so let's hope this one turns out better. Can I paint piece? Yes, you can paint it with acrylic paint. Absolutely. It's wood. You can paint it with whatever, the wood, you're talking about the wood stuff that you get from my store? Yes, you can paint it with acrylic paint. Most of that you see is acrylic paint. That when I show y'all how I did it, it's acrylic paint. See, this isn't as easy as I wanted it to be with the end of this paintbrush. I wanted just to dot it on there and it'd be done, but it's not. Okay, so there's his little eyes. And of course we're gonna, April, you're gonna get me in trouble asking that question. Because Nancy Taylor's on here and she's gonna beat me when I say it again. My favorite paintbrushes, Nancy, close your ears because you're listening, is these that I've been using right here. Believe it or not, they are from Five Below, and I'm getting the water off of it. And they come in a set. See, Judy's just said it. I didn't even have to say it. They're unicorn brushes from Five Below. They come in a pack of like 8 or 10 brushes for $5, and those are my absolute 100% favorite brushes ever. I love them. I have like 3 sets, and now I can't even find them anymore. So, and Nancy's going to come on here and say, you're talking about Five Below again, because she don't have a Five Below. Look, everybody knows what brushes are my favorite. Alright, now I'm going to try to paint his little mouth. I hope he looks better than the jack-o'-lantern. Did y'all see my little stack of jacks that I posted? And then I can't remember who it was. I'm sorry if you're on here and I don't remember who it was. But late last night, somebody threw up their stack of jacks that I did last night. And I was like, oh my goodness. They had a blue one. And they had I think the top one was blue. And I was like, oh my goodness. Somebody has already made the topiary with the jack-o'-lanterns. There's this little mouth. See, I had to make him cute. No, Nancy likes the brushes. She just doesn't have a Five Below. And so every time I get on here and talk about them, she's like, there you go, talking about the Five Below brushes that I can't get. Yeah, I told everybody about the brushes, so now you can't find them. I turned Lexis from Purposeful Indulgence. She's my friend. I don't know if she's in Pennsylvania, so they have them there. We've become friends, just crafty friends through, just Facebook. And I've turned her on to them, so now she started using them, and she likes them. But now this isn't one of them. This is just some paintbrush. But I pick up paintbrushes everywhere because I go through them a lot. So I'm not a paintbrush snob. I just use, now when I find something I like it, but I'm not like, oh, I'm only going to use this kind of paintbrush. But I don't want some bristly, terrible paintbrush for sure, but where the bristles all fall out. But those Five Below ones, I haven't seen mine shed at all. Oh, good, Christy, you're finishing. You're going to have to post it in the group when you get done. I hope orange is next. Yes. Believe it or not, I have to get on Google and Google the colors most of the time when I do candy corn, because I'm always like, okay, I know white's at the tip, but I can never remember. But I just didn't have to look this time. I just grabbed the orange and started painting. We could put a face on this little guy too, make him cute. Oh, you bought, okay, so they have them up there too. Good. Yeah, everybody's going to run out and buy them now because I said something, but mine hasn't had them in a couple of weeks. Oh, somebody uses expensive paintbrushes? Eh. I think it just depends on whose hand the paintbrush is in, actually. It's a good paintbrush, though. And I'll tell you why in a second, why I like them so well. And I'll teach y'all something about paintbrushes. Okay, there's my orange. And then I'll paint my orange on my other one. I appreciate y'all getting on here tonight to watch me paint and make stuff with clay. I have to Google the colors too. See, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Because I never know if it's yellow and orange or orange and yellow. I thought maybe I was just the one that just couldn't. Some things just don't stick in your mind, and that's one of them. I just can't. There's too much other stuff in there, like passwords and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. We can't remember the colors of the candy corn, the order of the colors. It just says fall to me. The orange and the white and the yellow together. See, he's not straight. But these are so fun, guys. Y'all, kids would love these. Grandkids and your kids would absolutely have a fun time with this. But the worst part is waiting for it to dry. Uh-oh, I froze for somebody. Am I froze? Can y'all see me? I hope so. Uh-oh, frozen. Hey, Craig, if you're listening, will you see if somebody's on the internet? They won't fit in your hands. So am I frozen for y'all or am I good? Okay, so I got my orange. Make sure my hat doesn't need anything. Are y'all good? It's back. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's because maybe my son's playing a game on Facebook, on the internet or what. I don't know. Your screen went black. Really? Huh. Okay. Well, y'all are back, so we're good. Alright, so let me teach y'all something about paintbrushes now that I'm back. And why I like these brushes so well. Because there are different types of brushes, and they're called different names, in case you didn't know. So I'm going to teach you something. So like this is an angled brush. It's a flat angled brush. See how the angles go down? And it's made for painting like this. Like if you want to paint and drag it. That's what that's for. Oh, I'm good. Okay. This brush from Five Below, that, if y'all can see the tip, I'm gonna hold it where you can kind of see. It's a flat brush, but it's rounded at the top. Okay, let me see if y'all can see it. See? So this is called a filbert. Okay, and then they come in, you know, a whole. Let me dry it off, or I don't drip water everywhere. They come in a whole bunch of sizes. Like this is a bigger one, but see how it's rounded at the top? It's not straight across. It's just rounded. This one has seen better days. It had Mod Podge dried in it, and I soaked it in alcohol and got it off. But see how it's rounded at the top? That's called a filbert. And I love the filbert brushes just because if I'm painting in something, I can get around the edges really well with it. And because it's rounded, it's not straight across. Like this is a straight across, this is a flat brush. That's got a bristle coming out of it. That's a flat. And then they're numbered. Like this is it just says, excuse me, 3/4 of an inch. Just doesn't say, but usually they have numbers. But these are just these. Okay, so that's something to teach you about paintbrushes. So let me put some little white in this little guy's eyes. I hope everybody can see me. Love the unicorn brushes from Five Below. Yes, Kelly. Nancy's going to get on to me. That's probably too big. Now, these are little tools that you can get on Amazon. They're called nail dotting tools. And I'm just trying to make a little dot in his eye. And my paint's trying to dry up, but... See, I put little dots in his eyes. Do they call them square shade or the flat top? I don't know. I guess somebody probably calls them that. But they're just a flat brush. They have a round brush. Is there a chip brush that doesn't shed? No, probably not, because they're 25 cents or whatever, so you know they're going to shed. I'm giving mine eyebrows. See these little bitty bitty tools? They got like a little bitty ball on the end. I don't know if y'all can see it. Y'all can't see it. And they come in different sizes too. This one actually I think came from Michael's where the clay is. And put a little paint on the end and make a little, see, I gave him some eyebrows. I'm gonna make him some cheeks. Hey, Elise. This is just pink parfait. That's one of my favorite apple bear colors. I like the pink parfait. We're gonna give him some little rosy cheeks. Because he's not a scary ghost. He's got a cute ghost. See? Isn't he cute? So see, y'all would have so much fun with your kids. And he'd look so cute sitting on my tiered tray with all my little Halloween things. And you can see the ball on the end of this one a whole lot better because it's bigger. But they're nail dotting tools. See, the other end is smaller. And that one's bigger. And they make little dots. Now you want the dice clay. Have you tried the ones at Dollar General just a while ago? I painted them. I missed that. They're also grommets. How long does it take to dry? I would say a good 24 hours, if not more than that. And it really just depends on how thick it is. It tells you on there, like, I think it says so however many hours for how thick it is. I think it says that. But so it just depends on how thick you make your clay, which this is only probably maybe 1/4 of an inch thick. So it's not thick at all. That's why I don't use the inside as aluminum foil. Plus it makes it a little lighter, but I just started doing that so I wouldn't have to use so much clay for each thing that I make, and your clay goes a little further because you'll never know that there's foil on the inside of there unless something happens to it and it breaks or something like that. So look at the candy corn, and it's stinking cute. Oh, okay. But yeah, Amazon has the clay too, I know. If, you know, Hobby Lobby doesn't have it, or you don't have a Hobby Lobby, but Hobby Lobby does ship, and they have free shipping every once in a while. I found a dotting tool like that at the Dollar Tree. Oh, cool. Was it in the makeup section? Uh-oh. Must be y'all's internet. I don't know. It was a bunch of people. Maybe one provider of the internet was having a problem. I don't know. I'm blaming it on my kid. Get off the internet. Alright. So there's my candy corn. I'm glad I got the colors right. I would have had to have repainted the thing. Let's see. Alright. Now I'm gonna put a band around his hat, or either I'm gonna put dots on it. Let's put dots on his hat. Let me get a. See, they come in all different sizes. They have all these. It comes in a set, and I'm not finding the one I want. Here it is. Nope. Thought that was it. There it is. I know this came from Michael's in the clay section. See, it's got like a kind of a bigger ball on it. So if you dip it in the paint and just get a little bit on the tip, and then you just kind of go straight, well, not doing like I wanted to. There. It'll make like almost a perfect dot. I'm just going to put little dots all on his hat. My little ghost is going to be the ghostest with the mostest. See, I'm going to get up tomorrow and somebody's going to be up all night making these little people. But they got to dry, so I know I won't see any that's painted because it takes a little while to dry. That's the worst part, is trying to wait for it to dry. Like the caulk, you got to wait overnight. Oh, Lainey, it's gone good. I've been working in here. I found out that I don't necessarily need to eat lunch just because it's lunchtime. I'll look up and it'll be 2 o'clock and I'm like, oh my. Believe me, I have plenty to do in here. So I'm just making little dots, but that one wasn't a dot. Yeah, DOS air drying clay. Now be careful, because some modeling clay I know doesn't dry. It's like, I don't know, it's oil based, but I know that's good clay. And they have paper clay too. Let's see. There's this little hat with all these little polka dots. So he can look all whimsical. He'll match my tiered tray set that I put dots all over. Alright, I'm going to let his hat dry. And then we're going to glue his hat on. Allison, God, I love you. You're so funny. Y'all get my humor sometimes. Sometimes I'm just make up words and say all kinds of crazy stuff and whatever. Sometimes I just say all kinds of stuff. Thank y'all for the stars, guys. Clay from Dollar Tree I bought a while back with ornaments. I wonder if it dries. Now this is just a paint pen, because you can do whatever you want, and I'm just gonna make little lines and dots and stuff around my candy corn. You just do whatever you want to do with it. Just make it yours, because it's not gonna be. It won't be like the second one you make. They'll all be different. My painting lines were not straight. It's okay. See, I just drew a line and made some dots and kind of went all the way around. Isn't he cute? Knowing y'all like that candy corn. And my fan just blew him over. Thank you, Kaylee, for sprinkling. I have got to make a post on who won all those gnomes and stuff from the other night at my 10,000 party. I have just realized I have not done that. Hadn't been sitting in my moo-moo drinking coffee either, so I've been working. What brand paint pens? Elmer's? This one's Elmer's. I think it came from Walmart. Probably Walmart. I need to get me some good ones. I want some of those. Have y'all seen those Posca? They're called Posca pens. I need to get some of those. But you can paint the wood stuff that I cut. You can paint that with paint pens if you want to. I saw some lady did her gnome set, I think, with her paint pens. Look how cute. I just made little whimsical lines and dots and set him over there to dry. And then I should have made the ghost eyes with his little, with his eyes with the paint pen. Why did I not think of that? Thank you, Misty. No, it's actually foil, aluminum foil. But it gets, it gets heavy once you put the clay on it. So it's gonna stand up. It's not gonna like fall over. Oh, Hobby Lobby. See, I hadn't looked at theirs, but I see a lot of people using those Posca, I guess, pens, and I just had never invested in a whole set, but because they can be kind of expensive. Yeah, you spelled it right, Sandy. I think that's what it looks right. So you love yours? They say they're really good, but they're expensive. But I mean, if that's what you consider expensive. Walmart, they're like, what, $2 or $3 a piece, and I hadn't priced Poscas in a while, but that's a good one I know that people have raved about. You're welcome, Lainey. It's so it gets kind of heavy once you put my little pumpkin stem. Once you put the clay on top, it gets heavy. Not heavy, but it weighs it down where it's not going to go anywhere. I'm running out of paintbrushes, so I got to wash one out. Oh, so they have them at Hobby Lobby, the Posca? I know Amazon does, but I know Michael's gift card. Uh-oh. Go to Michael's. I bet they have the clay at Michael's. You know, I've never looked there. Yes, as a matter of fact, I know they have it. It's over where the the polymer clay and all that is. So I'm just adding a little water to my brown paint, and I think I'm gonna go in the little cracks, and I'm just gonna wipe some of it off with my pumpkin. So if you just seeing me do this, I made these little lines with a little, you can use the end of a paintbrush and make the little grooves in your pumpkin. But I can see y'all making all kinds of little snowmen and all kinds of stuff with this clay. And if you haven't seen my gnomes, you go watch that video. You'll fall in love with them too. I'm just kind of wanting to dry brush a little bit. They had the clay at Michael's. I thought I remember seeing it there. So I just drew some little, and I'm just kind of dry brushing a little on my pumpkin to give him a little something, a little dimension on there or something. See? Doesn't it look cute? See? Looks like a ball, doesn't it? Looks like a blue bouncy ball with a stem. But see, your kids could do this. You could paint little jack-o'-lantern face. Let me just give him a face. Michael's carries a Posca pen. See, I have never looked there for him. I did not know this. Okay. Let me see how I want him to be. He's a lopsided pumpkin, but most pumpkins look like this. They're not all round and pretty. They're kind of crooked to the side. So I'm trying to find where I want to paint his face. I'm just being funny now. I'm just going to paint him a little jack-o'-lantern face. The traditional triangles, and having trouble with his nose though because of the crack. Making some teeth. Gotta have some teeth. So do y'all carve pumpkins at your house? Oh, Cecilia, you caught me live. Hey. So do y'all carve pumpkins at your house? Our boys are kind of getting past all that point, but we have done it. I'll tell you, one of my favorite smells is when you put a real candle in a pumpkin and it kind of burns the top of the pumpkin. I love the way that smells. I know I'm just weird. But look at him, isn't he cute? I did him right on the crack, and I probably shouldn't have done that, but I can't get in the crack. Isn't he stinking cute? Yes, y'all carve pumpkins. And people get fancy with that stuff. Do y'all watch Halloween Wars on is it the Food Network or one of those channels? I love to watch Halloween Wars. Oh, you compete against each other, Judy. That's cool. We did our boys that way one year. We did that. He's a janky pumpkin. He is. He's all janky. But don't he look happy? He don't care. He's happy. And my little ghosty. Now we got to put his little hat on after the dots. I think the dots have all dried. See his little hat? I'm going to have a whole little, entourage of people. What kind of clay, Ashley? It is, I'm turning my fan off now. I have a little fan that sits over here that's blowing all my stuff to dry it. It's DOS clay from Hobby Lobby. And you can use your coupon, or you can get on Amazon. I know they have it, or order it from Hobby Lobby. So yes, y'all do pumpkins, but we haven't since the boys have gotten older, but it is fun. I love to do the pumpkins. Okay, so I'm going to take my super glue gel, and I'm going to glue his little, are the fall tier tray sets sold out? Oh my goodness. Yes, I will cut more. If y'all need them, I'll cut them. Uh-oh, this stuff is like oozing everywhere. But the gel, like I said, it doesn't go anywhere like regular super glue. It just sits where you put it. So it doesn't drip or throw it in the river and feed the animals. Yeah, that's it. And it gives you, a few seconds kind of leeway to sit there and hold on your piece while it's drying for a few seconds. And there's his hat. Isn't he cute? And my candy corn. Wouldn't this look so cute on the tier tray? I love how they turned out. See, I've never made Halloween stuff with the clay before. I've just made the gnomes and the salt shaker snowman heads, but is that not the cutest thing ever? You're welcome, Ashley. We called our pumpkin Wilson. Did you put a handprint on it like Wilson? And then there's my little jack-o'-lantern. No more. Oh, wow, they're sold out. But yes, I'll cut more. I will. I got to start cutting trucks and stuff, and then I'm going to do Christmas and all that too. You love carving them? I don't like getting all the stuff out of the center. Ugh, it's like, ooh. But I like the way it smells when the candle burns the top. When I was a kid, I guess that reminds you of being a kid. Because we used to use real candles in our pumpkins, you know, back when we didn't have all these little LED lights and all this fancy stuff. And it would smell, the top of the pumpkin would burn a little bit, and I like the way it smells. Oh, thank you, Allison. You're so sweet to say that. Trust me, I've had some fails. Y'all just don't see a lot of the fails. Like that right there on my arm, that was an epic fail. That was the night I did the welcome sign with the pumpkins, and I was doing a craft hop with a bunch of ladies, and I had a time limit, and I was trying to do it, and my son called on my phone, and I had to reach up there and reject the call, and I laid my arm down right in some hot scalding glue. So yeah, now I have a scar. What did I do the line? Oh, I did it with a paint pen, just a paint pen from Walmart. Just that, and I drew or you could do it with a Sharpie. I just drew little dots in a line and just whatever. Woo, he liked to fell over in the water. But there's my little pumpkin, and I will, but I gotta show y'all something I got at, not this. I'm gonna get out this raffia, and my anxiety level's gonna go to the roof, but I don't like messing with this stuff because it just, I freeze up every once in a while. Huh, I don't know, it's fun on my end. I might even tie some around my little pumpkin guy and make him cute. You have some of the clay, but you got too many things to do. Hey, I get it, girl. I understand. Life is busy. Take some time for yourself sometimes, and to have you some crafting time. I'm telling you, crafting keeps the crazy away. Just be creative. Just make something. Even if it's just a lump of clay, just make something and call it yours. Oh, that's the first thing you saw me make was the snowman shakers? Yes. Have you seen the gnomes? Oh, I just pulled it right off of there. Okay. Oh, Lord. He looks like he's got wild hair. Okay. That don't really look attractive, but I wanted to put something on his little stem. When I held it up to the camera, it looks like he's got wild hair. He looks like that one last night that was leaning and had the leaf sticking up like alfalfa. I could stick it up like this. I'm being silly. That's funny. Yeah, oh, let me make a face. Thank you, Casey. Let's make a face on our candy corn. Let me see what side. That looks like it's his mouth. That line looks like his mouth. Oh, I'm tickling myself. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. Look, it looks like, oh, well, what a day. It's just straight across. Maybe that wasn't the best idea in the world. But anyway, let me put some white in his eyes and make him look like he's lively or something. Just get my white paint stirred up and make it white. That's so funny. It looks like his mouth. I just didn't think about it before I did it. Oh, Lord. Oh, you can mix it with water? What? The ghost is my favorite. Me too, but I didn't intend for that to be his mouth. Oh, the salt shaker things, yeah. So y'all saw me, I guess I did that craft, the Christmas in July craft-a-thon thing. That's when I did that. And Lord, I know y'all thought I was some crazy person because I was talking 9,000 miles an hour because I had a 30-minute time limit, and it was like, oh my goodness. So let me show y'all what I got at Joann's today. I know y'all hear me talk about purposeful indulgence a lot. She's my friend. And I went and got my hair done, and I was over by Joann's today. And she has this pumpkin that she has made out of this stuff. And it's called Off the Hook yarn. It's by Lion brand. And Joann's has it on sale today or this week or whatever. So it was like $2.99 a skein. So I went in there today and I said, okay, I'm going to get some because I want to make her, she calls it her warty pumpkin. So it's like a pom-pom. So she takes this part off, and she has a video on her page, and you can go watch it because this thing is so stinking cute. It's ridiculous. But she takes the middle and she ties jute around the middle, and then she goes in here and she cuts, because this stuff is looped around like you make a pom-pom. She cuts all the loops, and it's this big ball of all this cuteness. And then she takes a little stem, I had one a minute ago, a stem, little thing, and she sticks it in the top. And y'all, that's the cutest thing ever, that little pumpkin. So this was on clearance today, because here's what happened. I went to Joann's, and then, yeah, I put a mouth on him, on my candy corn. Yes, Allison, that pumpkin is ridiculously cute, and every time she breaks it out, I'm like, he needs to come to my house. So I go in there today, and I'm expecting it to be $2.99 at Joann's, because that's what the ad says. Lion brand yarn, off the hook, $2.99. I was like, woohoo, I'm getting a sale. So I go in there today, and this color was on clearance for $3.47. Okay? So I asked the lady, I'm like, okay, well, the ad says that the Lion brand off the hook yarn, and that's what it says, is $2.99. And she goes, oh, that's those colors. Those colors you have are on clearance for $3.47. And I was like, so the clearance price is more than the sale price? And she was like, yes, ma'am. And hey, Linda from Philadelphia, Mississippi. That's close to my hometown. Kathy, her name is Alexis, and she has Purposeful Indulgence is her page. And that pumpkin is so stinking cute. It's adorable. So I got the orange, and they had one orange left. So go back. In my Joann's, they have like a section in the back where the clearance stuff was, and that's where this was. You could definitely take it apart and make smaller ones, but she makes it like a pom-pom. But she used this whole thing. She tied jute around the middle, and she clips the loops. The yarn is loop, not these loops, but she clips the actual yarn itself so that it's like a pom-pom. And then she just stuck a stem on top, and he is so stinking cute. She calls it her warty pumpkin, and every time I watch her videos, I love that pumpkin. Hey, Cindy. So I got this beautiful green because it was on clearance, right? And then I got this beautiful gold yellow. And then, of course, I'm messaging her the whole time I'm in Joann's, telling her about the stupid sale price not being on sale and the whatever. And then I showed her a picture of all the colors. I'm like, do you need any? And she goes, no, but you need to make a turquoise pumpkin. So, of course, I had to get the turquoise because I wasn't going to get it. I was just going to get these colors. And then I got that. So, yeah, Lee's going to have a whole family of warty pumpkins. Yeah, gourd. It looks like they're gourd colors. I love it. But see, this is what it looks like, actually. I can't imagine trying to crochet with this stuff or knit or whatever they do with it. But, yes, Allison. And you can order it, too. And the thing of it is on Joann's website, because I looked last night, they have these when you choose the color, like if you buy it online, and you choose the color you want, they have these colors. But then I go in the store and they're $3.47, and the sale price on the other colors was $2.99. So beats me. I don't know. But yes, look how pretty. Yay! She makes scarves with these. Oh, I bet, and it's really soft. So I bet that is soft. Do a live with them. I mean, I could, but it was kind of her thing, so I just kind of was going to tell y'all about it. Karen would ask for management. Why? I mean, I just asked the lady, and she kind of, oh, well, it's a different SKU number, and it's a different line of colors and whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna argue, but yeah. I mean, $3.47 versus $2.99. It was what, 40-something cents. But anyway, you do it by hand, no needles. Oh my, y'all need to get on here and do that. You should have talked to the manager. So you had to pay more for clearance. Yes, Deb, it was clearance for $3.47 and the sale yarn was $2.99. And it was all like springy colors, like blue and pink and all these, you know, they had gray. They have like some mingly where it's like gray and white, which was cute too. What's her page called? Purposeful Indulgence. I shared her page the other night. I'll see if I can't share that video to the page so y'all can have it. It's beautiful. She's made 30. Oh, I wonder how you knit. Oh Lord, y'all. If I tried to knit that stuff with my fingers or whatever you're talking about, thank you, Nancy. That would be a hot mess. I tried to crochet one time, because I wanted to be like good at it like right then, and of course that doesn't happen. All my loops were different sizes, and I lost count, and yeah. Yes, Mary, clearance should always be cheaper than than the sale price. So stuff back one day because it was online sale. Yes, if they have doorbusters, the doorbusters don't apply to the sale and this, that, and the other. But they have good coupons. Like if you order it online and you pick it up at the store and all this stuff, they have lots of coupons for that. You made scarves with your hands. Oh my gosh, Heather, that's awesome. You would have thrown a temper tantrum. Deanne, are you a Karen? They would have given it to you for $2.99. For 40, let's see, 47. So it would have been 48 cents. Hey, Dolores. You just interlock the loops. Okay, y'all are going to have to show me a YouTube video or something. But I promise you, I would have that stuff all tangled up. But now my friend Carol, who has Be Inspired Market, she made one of those chunky knit blankets with that big chunky yarn, and she like laid it out on the craft table and she wove it and whatever she did with it, and it turns out cute. And then another friend of mine, she made one too. But if I had one of those blankets, now if y'all have little boys, well, I don't have little boys, I have teenagers, but if you have boys, this is what would happen. I would make that blanket and I would spend however much money in yarn to make that beautiful blanket with the big chunky yarn and wove it, and it took me hours to do. And then my boys would curl up with it on the couch and they would stick their toes through those holes. And I'd be like, no, stinky boy feet in my knitted chunky blanket. No. So I hadn't even tried the chunky knit blanket, even though it looks soft. Oh, y'all are sweet. Y'all are saying, hey to Lynn, I hope she's doing well. Bless it. Y'all gonna make me cry again. Y'all gonna make me cry again. All right, guys, but I'm gonna get off here. But I hope that y'all, he cracks me up. I'm gonna make him a mouth. Bless him. He's having a bad day. The different SKU is on sale. It's probably more originally. Probably so. I don't know. See that? Now he has a mustache. Oh, the blanket yarn? Yeah, let's see. Okay, he has eyebrows now. Isn't that stinking cute, though? She's done 60 pounds. What are you talking about? There's my ghosty. Isn't he cute? My whole family. Where's my pumpkin? I lost him in the yarn. Okay. Look how stinking cute. So I hope y'all try these. Yes, you've raised 2 boys, so you know they would have their toes all through that blanket, and I'd be over there going, oh my gosh, get your toes out of my blanket. You have a good day too, Penny. No, Patty, I'm not on tomorrow night unless something changes with my plans and I'm here, but I'm cracking you up. You know those boys would have their toes through there. But yeah, see, he's Pierre. He's got a mustache. Hi, I'm Pierre the candy corn. Being silly. Oh, you didn't get notified. I know, they're crazy. I won't be on Monday night because my son has a football game. So I'll either do it Tuesday or, I don't know. I'm going to have to see. Oh, thank you. Yes, I got to take my son to meet his dad. So I'm not going to, that's why I'm not on tomorrow. Yours are drying now. Tina, have you already made them? Take a picture and post. You're so funny. Oh well, I'm just getting silly. I probably need to go eat. But y'all look for this yarn. If you go to Joann's, look in the clearance because that's where mine was because I was disappointed they didn't have it. They had all these other colors and I was like, I want the orange. I thought, well, somebody's bought it all. There was one waiting for me. So look in the clearance at Joann's. But you can get it online because like I looked. I was like, okay, they got it. He needs a beret. A raspberry beret. Y'all don't get me started. I can talk in song lyrics all day. Raspberry beret. Where'd I buy the clay? At Hobby Lobby. Michael's has it too. But I get it at Hobby Lobby and I usually use my 40% off coupon. It's a big block. Usually it's about that big. But I think it's like 2 pounds or something. But the Amazon has it too if you don't have either one of those stores. But Hobby Lobby will ship. I think Michael's does too. But it's the DOS clay. It's the air dry clay. Like, see, he's drying. See, the bottom's kind of dark, and then the rest of him's getting white. They would have their toes up in it. Yep. Yes, Kathy. They'll have their toes all up in that blanket. Oh, you made them with me, Tina. Aren't you awesome? Look at you go. See, she's going to have hers dry and painted by in the morning. Oh. Thank you, Brenda. I just have a crazy sense of humor. But yeah, I could talk in song lyrics all day. I am Pierre the candy corn. Which Joann's? I went to the one in South Haven, Mississippi. That's where I went. But I bought the last orange. And movie lyric. And movies, yes, movie. I do that too. Yes, I got to post. Thank you, Heather. I got to post that. I will post that tomorrow about the winners from my 10,000 party that I had. The people that I go back on the videos, and I got to post that. Thank you. It was $3.47. I had a big discussion because it's on sale for $2.99, and this was on clearance for $3.47. And they would not... Oh, Kimberly, you're from Meridian? I think so. I think I remember you. Yes. I do it all the time. I do too, Debbie. It's probably annoying. But I used to work with a guy, and he would go right along with me. He would do talking song lyrics and all that stuff. It was so much fun. All right, guys. I'm going to see what I can eat in the kitchen and go see my family. And so y'all have a good night. And maybe I will see y'all sometime between now and Monday, because I know Monday I won't be live. Debbie, they would have gave it to you. I asked, and I'm just not I wasn't pushy. I just said, okay. It was only 48 cents. So I was like, okay. So that was $1, $2. Oh well. But it is really soft. So now I got to figure out how y'all are making scars with it. But I'd have a hot mess, I promise. It'd look like a ball of fishing line all balled up, and yeah, it'd be a hot mess. Okay. Oh, good, Wendy, you got your gift card. Yay! All right, thank y'all for the safe travel wishes, and I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good evening. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.